Hi Karen. Hi kids, how's your class today? We're going to make a pot today, and I've got some clay already wedged, 3 pounds here, and we're going to put it on this that they call a bat. We can take this off when we're all finished. So I'm going to throw this on the bat and we'll get started. Kind of get it firm on there. So now we have to center it. So we're going to make the wheel go round. Now, this is the foot pedal. It's on this side of the wheel, and if I push down on the front part, the wheel goes around slower and then faster. And then push it down with my heel, it slows down and stops. So that's how I control the wheel going around. So we're going to get it going to a pretty good speed. And once I set it at that speed, it'll stay there. Oh, let's see. Get my hands wet and put it around the base of the clay, push down with my thumbs and come on up with my fingers. Kind of smooth it off at the top by pressing down. Now, centering is probably one of the hardest things to do, but you got to get it centered so your pot isn't wobbly like this. So we kind of push down a little bit and kind of bring it up. Get some of this loose clay off here. Get our hands a little wet. Level it off. Okay, now we're going to clean some of this clay off for our hands, and we're going to use this part of our hand, put it down on the top. This hand is going to push down and in. So we're going to slow it a little bit, and then we're going to try and push it down so we can start building the pot. So we push down and move it out. There, now we're doing okay. We keep doing that till we get what we want for the base of the pot, how big around at the bottom it's going to be. So we want to make sure that it's centered still, and it's a little wobbly but not bad. So we're going to get our hand in here again and just move it out one more time. And we're going to clean some of this off the outside. Clean our hands off a little bit. And take our thumbs and push them down and make a little dent in the middle of the clay. We want to make sure we don't go down way to the bottom so it comes through on the bat, because then we'll have a hole in the middle. So we stop the speed, and we've got a needle tool here that we press in the middle and comes out about that much, so we've got to go down just a little farther. So we'll press down with this finger and move it out, and then we'll again clean off the outside. Got this sponge in here that we're going to use. We're going to take the clay from here and move it out to this side. We're going to move from the left hand is going to push over this way. The right hand with the sponge is going to push down so we can smooth it out at the top. So we got it going around about that speed, and we start moving it over to my right and turning it in. Now we got to get fresh sponge in there, and we're going to take this part and move it over and around. Okay. Now, we got a wooden tool here that's got a smooth edge down here, and we hold it firmly in our hands, and we're going to smooth out the bottom of the pot. Okay, we're getting there. Smooth it off and clean this extra clay off, and we'll have to do this 2 or 3 times to make sure it's nice and smooth. There we go. One more time and I think we'll probably have it. Okay, now we're going to get a sponge and smooth it off a little bit. Okay, now we got another wooden tool that's got a little pointed edge here. We're going to slip it along the bat and just get a little bit of the clay off of the bottom there, so I can get my finger in there to lift the clay up. So we're going to give it a shot here. Now we're going to slow the wheel a little bit. Okay, we're going to lift up now. And come over the top. Trying to keep that as smooth as we can. Now we're going to come up again. We are. We may have to trim a little off the top when we get finished here a little later on, but we'll see what happens. Okay, now you can see we're going to bring more clay up. And come up over the top. I'm going to do it one more time here. And we see it's a little unlevel at the top, so we're going to take this needle again and kind of level it off. And take that little crooked spot off. And take a little bit, get a little ridge underneath there so my finger will get under. And we're going to put this sponge on this hand and push in to out, and this one's going to kind of push from out to in, and we're going to kind of lift it up again and smooth the outside and the inside. You notice this thumb is on here, so when I do that, when I lift my right hand, my left one comes up with it. I'm going to do it a little bit more. Smooth that a little bit. One more time here. Now we're going to get this tool again and use the other straight side and put a little pressure from the inside out and outside in with the tool this time, not our finger. And we're going to kind of smooth the outside. Okay. Now we're going to kind of round this off again. And we've got a little chamois here. A little piece of chamois. A little rough on this side and smooth on the other side. And we're going to kind of just level it off there. Make sure that it's nice and round. And we're going to take a sponge and get the little water off that's in the inside. And I've got a wire here, thin wire, that I'm going to loosen the bottom of the pot from the back. Just as it's going around, just slide it underneath it. And we're going to do something a little different this time. We've got a kind of a round tool that's smooth here. I'm going to get it a little wet, and we're going to let these fingers and just push in and do, let's see, do 1, 2, and then 3. And then we're going to clean this a little bit. And then we're going to use our chamois again to make sure that everything is smooth on the top. And we'll get the water off of that few drippings that I've got in there. And we're going to, with our screwdriver, lift it off the lead so I can get my finger underneath there and pick it up. And there we've got a pot. How's that? Look pretty good? We'll put it up here on the shelf and get ready for another one. So, we'll see you next time, kids. Bye-bye.